In this video, we shall take a picnic to Lake Natron, but make sure you take a bodysuit along because we shall need protection as this lake is noted to turn its animals to stones. In 2011, when he was traveling to shoot photos for a new book on the disappearing wildlife of East Africa across the ravaged land, when I saw those creatures for the first time alongside the lake, I was completely blown away, says Brandt. The idea for me instantly was to take portraits of them as they were alive. This pink body of water is a huge attraction both to humans as well as birds, especially pink flamingos, who flock to the lake area, but most of these birds meet their death as soon as they touch the lake water. They are turned to stones, which can be kept for long, and the reason for this peculiar lake's characteristic lies in its water. In this video, we shall look into this spectacular beauty, full of danger in Eastern Africa, and why it acts the way it does. The basics of Lake Natron. Lake Natron is a salt or soda lake in Arusha region in the Tanzanian Gregory Rift, a Ramsar site wetland of international significance. At the southern half of Lake Natron, Fort Scarps and Goliath volcano can also be seen, as well as numerous near white salt cross rafts pepper the shallowest parts of the lake. The lake is fed principally by the southern Iwaso-Ngiro River, which rises in central Kenya, and by the mineral-rich hot springs. It is quite shallow, less than 3 meters deep, and varies in width depending on its water level. The lake is a maximum of 57 kilometers long and 22 kilometers wide. Why Lake Natron is so ghastly? The surrounding area receives irregular seasonal rainfall mainly between December and May, totaling 800 millimeters per year with temperatures at the lake frequently above 40 degrees centigrade. With such high temperature, it has led to high evaporation rates in the lake. High levels of evaporation have left behind natron or sodium carbonate decahydrate and trona or sodium sesquicarbonate dehydrate. This deposit of sodium carbonate was once used in Egyptian mummification. The alkalinity of the lake can reach a pH of greater than 12. The surrounding bedrock is composed of alkaline, sodium-dominated trachyte lavas that were laid down during the Pleistocene period. The lavas have significant amounts of carbonate, but very low calcium and magnesium levels. This has allowed the lake to concentrate into a caustic alkaline brine. The ghastly Lake Natron is a salt lake, meaning the water flows in but doesn't flow out, so it can only escape by evaporation. Over time, as water evaporates, it leaves behind high concentrations of salt and other minerals, like at the Dead Sea and Utah's Great Salt Lake. Unlike those other lakes though, Lake Natron is extremely alkaline, due to high amounts of the chemical natron in the water, which gives the water its very high pH of about 12, that is nearly as high as ammonia. And as you might expect, few creatures live in the harsh waters, as it is home to just a single fish species, the Alcolapia latilabris, some algae and a colony of flamingos that feeds on the algae and breeds on the shore. The surface of the lake can also be very deceitful from above, as it looks like empty space. This causes migrating birds to frequently crash into the lake's surface. Brandt theorizes that the highly reflective chemical-dense waters act like a glass door, fooling birds into thinking they're flying through empty space, and not long ago, a helicopter pilot tragically fell victim to the same illusion, and his crashed aircraft was rapidly corroded by the lake's waters. During dry season, when the water recedes, the birds desiccated as chemically preserved carcasses wash up along the coastline. These chemically preserved bird and animal carcasses can be collected as finely preserved specimens, which are extraordinarily beautiful to see. Even human contact is also dangerously painful, which is why nobody dares to swim in the lake ever. Lake Natron in Tanzania is one of the most serene lakes in Africa, but is also the source of some of the most phantasmagorical photographs ever captured, as images that look as though living animals have instantly turned to stone. Despite some media reports, the animals didn't simply turn to stone and die after coming into contact with the lake's water. In fact, Lake Natron's alkaline waters support a thriving ecosystem of salt marshes freshwater wetlands, flamingos, and other wetland birds, tilapia, and the algae on which large flocks of flamingos feed. Photographer Nick Brandt has captured haunting images of the lake and its dead in a book titled Across the Ravaged Land, Abrams Books 2013. Lake Natron is one of two alkaline lakes in that area of East Africa. The other lake is Lake Bahi, and if you would like an in-depth look of this beautiful lake too, let us know in the comment section, and we will do all to grant your wish. Both are terminal lakes that do not drain out to any river or sea, both fed by hot springs and small rivers. The isolated lake, which wasn't even discovered by Europeans until 1954, has no protections in place for it or its threatened flamingo population, which is a cause of concern given it is made up of great flora and fauna treasures, which need to be protected for the future of the ecosystem.
If you like the video, then subscribe to the channel, like, share. Thanks for watching.